Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
See, man, this is one of those times where I wish we were talking about this before, that technically it's possible for Andy and I to do this podcast live, but unfortunately for the listeners at home, Andy and I are in agreement on this. Just there's no like lively discussion.
And so the points that were brought up was that, Die Hard is a Christmas party gone bad.
True. Real
right?
bad. I've been to some stinkers, but that one really...
That it was a cops and robbers movie, so that was the argument against it. And then my aunt was like, well, have you heard the plot of Home Alone? Because that's a Christmas movie. And could considerably be called a cops and robbers movie, kinda.
The presence of cops and robbers means that Home Alone is not a Christmas movie. You know what other movie that counts out that like nobody argues?
It's a Wonderful Life. Hi everyone, my name is Andy and welcome to Life in the Bear Cave, a podcast. My name is Andy Bundy and here with me I have...
Bookslap. Hello.
I think I'm looking the wrong way. That's okay.
It's okay. You look wherever. I am all around us.
But this is the third episode I've posted this year. I'm on a roll.
This is episode 3, season...
Whatever season of...
2?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that this is season 2.
I haven't kept track of seasons.
We can just say everything before was season 1. Yeah,
okay.
We can just say that this is season 2. Yeah.
I'll take that. But, people seemed to really enjoy last month's episode.
That's true. Feedback was, generally speaking, pretty positive. 7 thumbs up.
7?
7 thumbs up. It's actually a Simpsons reference. 7 thumbs up is a low rating. But it's okay. They won't know. Chat.
It's all right.
They won't. The viewers won't know.
It's okay.
We'll cut this out in post, right?
No.
See, that's when you're supposed to be like, yeah, Bookslap, of course. And then, the viewers know.
Yeah, they yeah, sure.
Listeners? I don't know. I'm working on the fourth person pronoun. Hi.
Hello. That's the streamer talk.
Yeah.
That's the fourth person pronoun is chat.
The world's forced fourth person pronoun.
Fourth person pronoun.
Well, now that everyone is positive that we're insane and sleepy, we can move on to the first topic of the day, I suppose.
Well, first topic, I guess we can talk about things have changed a little bit since our last month. If you haven't heard, because I posted it on and we talked about it a little bit in Discord, I was let go from my job a couple weeks ago and am currently on the hunt for some new positions. Lots of applications out looking for jobs in like video editing, social media management, marketing. Not sure kind of whatever track takes me. Thankfully, I have drama club for the high school starting up this month, so that's going to keep me busy as well as some of the other like little tech bits here and there.
Wouldn't it just be terrible if Andy was like not busy for a minute? Just if the busiest guy that you know was not that, was like able to rest a little bit. Fortunately, Andy has so many skills and talents that it's a question of like, what will he do next?
And I don't even know the answer to that, so we're figuring that out. But I wanted to throw that out there at the beginning so we can get past it and move on.
That can be part of the feedback on this episode. People can suggest new jobs for you, like trapeze artist, dog groomer. I almost said president. I was like, let's not make it political.
So, problems. I'm not flexible, so trapeze artist would probably be bad. I'm allergic to dogs and cats, so a groomer would probably be bad. And yeah, I don't want to go.
And the third option is perfect. See, that's called the rule of 3. You deliver the punchline on the third one. We'll get you caught up, listeners.
Okay. Yep.
See, now they know what not to suggest. Literally everything else is on the table, right?
Sure.
Professional dancer. I've seen you dance. I know that one's on the table.
There's an entire emote dedicated to that in Twitch. Exactly. But also, in November, we had a major holiday. We had Thanksgiving.
We did. That does happen every year.
And so that's kind of our first major talking point today. Why?
Have you ever, sorry, I was thinking about conversations with other people. Have you ever tried to explain to a non-American, like, when Thanksgiving happens? Because it's not like, oh, it's on the 21st or
third
something.
Thursday of the month.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous when we say it. It's like, it floats. And they're like, oh, I guess that's not normal. I had this experience this year. I guess that's not normal for things.
I mean, it's always on the third Thursday. That one's not as bad. Easter is the one where it gets confusing. It's like was it the fourth week after the full moon or the fourth Sunday after that one's a little more confusing.
There's a little bit more pagan tradition, like, following into it with, like, you know, we've got to chart the moon out here.
Yep.
But at least that one happens everywhere. Thanksgiving is like our very own American, because we're just going to pretend that Canada doesn't also have it. Our very own American weirdness.
Well, let's say theirs was like last month, wasn't it?
It's in October. Yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving is in October, where they give thanks and apologize for it. Mm-hmm. See,
yeah, that sounds about right.
Now I'm baiting our audience to leave us. Now we're in the rage bait portion of the podcast.
Leave a comment or let's talk in Discord. Discord.gg/Bundy if you're not in it already.
So I have vamped enough to fill time. Andy, what did you do for Thanksgiving?
For Thanksgiving, we have a tradition that we always go to my grandparents' house, and they live in Columbus, so it's like a 2-hour-ish trip. We pretty much spent the whole day there, had just the typical Thanksgiving fare, turkey, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, corn casserole. One of the cousins' wives brought in mac and cheese, which was really good.
Man, if Thanksgiving doesn't have mac and cheese, just throw the whole thing away.
What's really funny about that is that until she started bringing it, we didn't do mac and cheese for Thanksgiving, and my parents think it's weird.
Your parents think mac and cheese is weird? Like, in general, or just on Thanksgiving?
Just on Thanksgiving.
Okay, I was going to say, there's going to be a problem if they think mac and cheese just in general is weird. Like, we would have to have a discussion with them.
Yeah. No, we were talking about just Thanksgiving in general. Yeah, we're there pretty much all day. Got to talk to a bunch of the cousins that I don't talk to too often, aunts, uncles, what have you. Pretty much all of the aunts and uncles were there except for one, which was nice. But he lives in like North Carolina, South Carolina.
It was nice that he wasn't there, or it was nice that the others were?
It was nice that they were all there. It was not nice that he wasn't there.
I was going to say, wow, major shade to that one guy. I feel like, man, I'm so glad that guy didn't show up.
But yeah, lots of food, and I had, I always do like an entire plate. I put it in the Food Network of food. I stack it, make sure everything is on there. And then when I finish, I come back. And then
I've seen.
Do another plate with just dessert, which I didn't take a picture of because I didn't think about it. But it had like apple pie and another type of pie and some banana pudding, and there was something else there.
Banana pudding is not one that I would associate with Thanksgiving, but it's good. We can let it slide.
It's the banana pudding with the like Nilla wafers on top too.
Oh, of course. Yeah. You got to get those. And the great thing is it doesn't matter whether they've like absorbed a lot of the moisture from the pudding or not, because they're good either way. They're good when it's mush, and they're good when they're like crispy and crumbly. Doesn't matter. I love those things.
So I've talked about my traditions. Mike, do you have any traditions for Thanksgiving?
No.
Okay, what did you do this Thanksgiving?
No, I don't really have any. Thanksgiving, so for a long time, Thanksgiving has been the holiday that was like the holiday for me versus like Christmas and New Year's and things that were like holidays for like going out and seeing family and things. So this year has been very different because, you know, I moved cities, I'm all on my own. This year, I actually went to a friend's for Thanksgiving, to a new but good friend that I've made. I spent it with him and his partner. I got there on Thanksgiving at like 2 o'clock, and they cooked for another like 2 hours, and I was not allowed to help. Which, listeners, if you know me even a little bit, I am a helpful little guy. So it was very anxiety inducing to be like, I can't like wash dishes or like, move things around for you. And they're like, no, no, you're a guest. Of course not. That's
It was
right.
your first time.
It was my first rodeo. But I even offered I even offered to wash dishes. I actually legitimately offered to wash dishes and I wasn't allowed. Can you even imagine not letting someone wash dishes?
The first
'Cause
time, yes.
I was like, it's fine, I'll do it. No, my job, they have three large-ish dogs, so my job was to occupy the dogs, and the dogs were positive that I was going to do that. One of them was very scared of me. Took her like a half an hour to calm down. The other one decided that we were best friends immediately, and she sat herself in my lap, and then from there was begging for table scraps. And the one that I was promised would be a loud, rambunctious hound dog turned out to just be a good boy who was curious about things and was very quiet and polite for the first 2 hours that I was there. And then, dog brain returned and he proceeded to loudly ask for turkey, which he did get. Don't worry, the dogs got turkey. Not mine, these other dogs. My dogs, they don't, Lloyd and Tilly, they don't care. They have not had any turkey. Though when I got home that evening, because I did stream that night, so I got home and Lloyd and Tilly gave me a thorough sniffing. They went, where were you? Who is this? Why is it not me? What do you smell like? What have you been doing? You don't do things. This is strange. They sat me down, had a whole intervention about me not being there. But Thanksgiving was good. I'm still working on the leftovers.
Mm-hmm.
It's dinner tonight. I came back with literally an entire bag full of containers of leftovers. My friend's partner was sneaking additional leftovers into the bag as I was like trying to get ready. Like I look down and it's like there's 2 lemonades in there. I didn't put those in there. Another dish of desserts. I already had that. But keep in mind, it was also only the three of us. It was a very small Thanksgiving, and they cooked a lot of food. You would have loved how much mashed potatoes there were. And the mashed potatoes are basically 1-to-1 potato and cheese.
Okay, so, yeah.
I was gonna say that's probably like your recipe for mashed potatoes.
Actually,
like
I just do just that with just regular mashed potatoes, whipped, fluffy, and butter.
I was gonna say, oh, you're a purist. Okay.
Mm.
I'll make you mashed potatoes one day and I'll put cheese on them. Or would you rather have the cheese? Okay, wait. Cheese in the mashed potatoes or cheese on the mashed potatoes?
Why not both?
The preposition is important. Cholesterol?
Okay, that's fair.
I was gonna say heart health, I guess. Okay, in. All right, got it. I'll remember this. Bookslap will remember this.
And then I guess one tradition that we do have is like the Sunday after, we'll have a just internal family, like my mom, my dad, my sister, and then like my brother-in-law.
Just the immediate family.
Just the immediate family. We'll have our own smaller Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, growing up, Thanksgiving was always sort of a weird holiday. So I grew up around Philadelphia, as you know, but listeners, this is for your edification. I grew up around Philadelphia, but my parents are from like Western Ohio, kind of between Dayton and Cincinnati. And that's where most of my father's family is. I have literally no idea where my mom's family is. That's a different podcast episode. I literally don't know any of them. So, totally different podcast episode. But growing up, our Thanksgiving tradition was the day before Thanksgiving, we would drive out to my grandparents to spend, 3 days with them and then drive back on Sunday. So we drove across 2 whole states on the worst travel day of the year, the day before Thanksgiving. I kid you not, there were times where we would leave. It's probably like with no crazy traffic. It's like an 8-hour drive. It's like an 8 to 9 hour drive to get from our house to my grandparents' house. there were times we would leave at 6 a.m. and we would get to my grandparents at like 1 in the morning. That whole time. And remember, I am the youngest. I am the littlest brother. I'm the whittlest guy. So I was also in the middle seat in the back. So
Wow.
crammed in there all day. There were times we got in so late where it was like, there were times we would get in late and it was like, okay, be really quiet and just find a place to sleep, because my grandparents' house was not big. It didn't have beds. There were no beds that we were going to sleep in. Like, no. Find a space on the floor, maybe a couch if they're not like occupied with bags or like other people and things. Like, go find a space to sleep and you'll wake up for breakfast in the morning and say hello to everybody. There were some years where we just parked on the street and it was like, okay, we're here, everyone go to sleep. Like, go from driving to just in the seat in just crash out.
That's insane.
Like,
to me.
Right? Isn't that ridiculous? Yeah, there are times where it's like we don't want to deal with anybody inside. Like, we'll go inside in the morning. We're welcome to Thanksgiving, kids. We're gonna sleep on the street. So that's the Bookslap family Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the most that we had to drive is like a 2-hour drive. So that's not something I've ever had to experience.
It's true. So I have a very important question.
Okay.
So as you were driving to your grandparents and you pass through or around, I don't know whether it's like through or around Columbus because I don't drive, although I am learning, chat. Look for updates in a future episode. Did you wave to Lloyd and Tilly as you went by?
We went above and around Columbus, but when I got to kind of where I'm pretty sure, I thought about it.
So the answer is yes, you did
Yes.
wave to Lloyd and Tilly? Okay. And it was specifically that you were waving to Lloyd and Tilly, nobody else. Okay, got it. Understood. Well, I mean, that sounds like a successful Thanksgiving trip.
Mm-hmm.
Then. As long as they get there, and it's, a good Queen's wave, dignified.
Yep, and then thankfully the weather was nice this year. It wasn't
snowed.
until today.
What do you mean? It was snowing on Thanksgiving.
It flurried a little bit, but nothing too crazy.
For the listeners at home, I'm currently giving Andy a look because, like, it didn't accumulate, but there
Exactly,
were
so it
points
was safe to drive.
That's true. I'm just saying, it was very. We discussed this in the Discord when we were watching a movie the day before Thanksgiving, and we'll get to this. We'll get to this later, but yes, for those of you from warmer climates, it can snow on Thanksgiving. Not a weird thing, and in fact, it did happen this year.
And on Halloween too, but
also a thing that happened.
It is a thing, yeah. All right, so one of the big fun discussions that we had while we were in, well, I didn't have it. It was my mom and my aunts and a couple of other people in the other room, in the adult room. I was with the kids. The discussion was...
So Andy sits at the kiddie table. Understood.
Exactly. Where the fun happens.
It's the fun table.
Yeah. No, the discussion was, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
See, man, this is one of those times where I wish we were talking about this before, that technically it's possible for Andy and I to do this podcast live. And so we could like entertain a discussion, and maybe that's something we'll do one day, because this would be a great topic for a live discussion. But unfortunately for the listeners at home, Andy and I are in agreement on this, just as we are on many things. There's no like lively discussion. We both agree on the answer.
And so the points that were brought up was that, Die Hard is a Christmas party gone bad.
It's true. Real
right.
bad. I've been to some stinkers, but that one really...
Yeah. And what was the other thing? That it was a cops and robbers movie, so that was the argument against it. And then my aunt was like, well, have you heard the plot of Home Alone? Because that's a Christmas movie and could considerably be called a cops and robbers movie, kinda.
I mean, there are cops in it. They're scary, like most of the adults in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
there are robbers in it too.
Okay. But if the presence of cops and robbers means that Home Alone is not a Christmas movie, you know what other movie that counts out that like nobody argues?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, yes, because there's capitalists, yes. But I was gonna say A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of his daydreams is him shooting bad guys.
That's true.
That are
That's
trying
true.
to rob their house.
Mhm.
So, therefore, It's a Wonderful Life and A Christmas Story, under this logic, are also gone. They're not
Mhm.
Christmas movies anymore.
But it also got me thinking, are there Thanksgiving movies? And if there are, what makes it a Thanksgiving movie? Does it have to be around the holiday?
I like how we're just not going to give our answer. I acknowledge that, like, Andy and I are in agreement on this, and apparently we're just not
We're
going
gonna
to
keep
tell
it-
people
We're
what
gonna
we
keep
think
it,
the answer is.
what's the word?
Secret?
Kind of. That's not the word I was looking for. Ambiguous.
Ambiguous?
Yes.
There it is. That's fine. Chat, comment down below. Listeners,
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
yeah,
Like,
scream
comment, subscribe.
into the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Slam that bell. And tell us whether or not it is. We already know the answer. We just need to hear which of you has the wrong answer.
Right.
Yeah, we just want to know which of you are wrong. Because there is a right answer. But yeah, you bring up a good point. What makes a Thanksgiving movie? And like, are there any?
So the one that was brought up was Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1, right? It happens around Thanksgiving time. The Green Goblin attacks during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day, or whatever their version of it is called.
Yeah, he attacks during Macy Gray's performance at the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, which,
Yes.
you know, that song was really popular at the time, but like, it's kind of weird that that's also her name.
Right. But then also there's that whole awkward moment where the Green Goblin's character, Norman Osborn, is having Thanksgiving dinner with Aunt May and Mary Jane and Harry and all of that when Peter comes in, and there's that whole awkward scene where he's like sharpening the knives and
he notices Peter's hand. That's all like, that's
it's
her.
plot-centric.
It is plot critical because that's how he figures out spoilers for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That's how the Green Goblin figures out who he is, and he can kidnap Aunt May, giving us the perfect visual clip to go with any like loud sudden song, like, you know, abracadabra starts and boom, Green Goblin through the wall, because that's the like drama of that scene.
Right.
People are like, what the hell is wrong with Bookslap? What is he talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
See, that's fine. And this is about us. I'm not
Exactly.
even, it's fine. It's just about us. Okay, so that is a good Thanksgiving movie. That does count. So if it has Thanksgiving as a scene, it's plot centric. I agree. That makes it, that is really like what's important. You could maybe extend this logic into debating like other movies for other holidays. Hint, hint. So, okay, that also means that there's another famous movie that perhaps we watched this week. Perhaps we took this opportunity in the Discord to engage in this movie. That means that The Wiz is probably one of the most famous Thanksgiving movies because, fun fact, the opening scene and the first song take place not on Christmas, on Thanksgiving. It looks like Christmas.
Because
It has all the it has all the trappings of it being a Christmas scene. The family's having this like big dinner and there's a blizzard outside, but it's actually Thanksgiving. For some reason, why didn't they just say Christmas? But
Yeah.
it could have been whatever. Maybe they forgot that they write the story.
Right.
You know, that happens sometimes.
That could be. Although I would argue that the most notorious Thanksgiving movies would be The Addams Family and Addams Family Values.
People forget that there are in both movies, even though Addams Family Values takes place in the summer, there are Thanksgiving scenes in both. That is true. Andy and I were discussing what movies count as Thanksgiving movies because we wanted to do something. Andy really wanted to watch I'll say the most famous Christmas movie, a Charlie Brown Christmas special. Or, I'm
I
sorry,
mean
a
Thanksgiving.
Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special. I'm thinking of, you see, it's socially acceptable to be excited about Christmas now, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm Santa brained. I'm too Mariah Carey pilled to have
Yep.
this discussion for much longer. Viewers at home may notice Andy's thoughts on decorating for Christmas before Thanksgiving. That his thoughts are slipping out right now with that face he made. Spoiler, he doesn't like it. He wants Thanksgiving to have its due. See, we're not in alignment about everything. I get past Halloween and I'm like, bust out that tree. I go full Linda Belcher on this, but no, we have to let Thanksgiving happen. I get a turkey day.
I
Gobble
just
gobble.
wanna I just wanna take time to be grateful and thankful for things.
You are a good noodle. That's true. That is true. For anybody who had their doubts, can confirm Andy's a good noodle.
Also, so talking about Thanksgiving movies, depend if Thanksgiving having it be Thanksgiving being a central plot, did you realize that the Santa Claus, like the Tim Allen Santa Claus movie, could be considered a Thanksgiving film?
The first one?
Yes,
Um,
because it
I should
spans
be
a whole
speaking,
year,
but
right?
instead I'm just making a weird face for anybody who's listening to this. It does
So
span a whole year, that's true.
I
It does go
pulled.
from Christmas to Christmas.
Yep, and then the scene in the latter half of the film is set during Thanksgiving, which kicks off the film's final act. Yes, I pulled up the
It,
Wikipedia article.
is that where he like has like a breakdown at the end and everybody like thinks he's crazy? Is that like the tipping point where they think he's
It's the
crazy?
one. It's the one where he takes Charlie, and yeah, right before.
Yeah, okay. It's where he like has his like breakdown essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. See, the Santa Claus is, I'm not gonna say it's a good Christmas movie. It is a fine Christmas movie. I put it like at average. But the one that I end up watching a lot for some reason, because I guess the movie rights to it for TV are cheaper, is the Santa Claus 3?
that's the best. That's the second best one.
That that's the one that I've seen the most.
See, in the Santa Claus 3 movie trilogy, whatever,
The Santa Claus verse, yes, go on.
I go 1, 3, 2 in my I like the 1 the best. It has like the most Christmas magic, and then 3 because Martin's short. 2's eh, and then I'm not even talking about the Disney Plus series.
The extended Santa Claus verse, the extended universe
Yes.
things. We're just gonna go Star Wars on it and just wipe it out, and then you can bring elements back in later. Yeah, they're not gonna
You
bring
say
that
that.
stuff
I'm
back.
still planning at some point. I haven't made a date for it, but we're watching the Star Wars Holiday Special in Discord at one time before
You know,
Christmas.
I would settle for just watching the B. Arthur song and nothing else. I would be fine if
There's
you
so
just
much
watched
good
that.
though.
They're not. They're not. Those are not. I think we all know this. I I think we all know that they're not. Stop giving me that look. Stop that.
I was trying to think of words and I couldn't think of words.
I was using the brain cell at that moment to. But
It's become a tradition of mine and mine alone.
no, that's not true. We watched some of that last year. If you remember, we did actually watch some of that last year.
Some of it, yes.
Some of it, namely the B. Arthur song,
Yep.
because I'll pretty much watch anything with B. Arthur in it. Like Maude doesn't hold up as well as the Golden Girls, but I'll pretty much watch anything. So.
Mhm. Well, we could probably talk about Thanksgiving and stuff for a while. We are transitioning to Christmas. That is
It's
the thing that
true.
is happening. Do we want to talk about any of that before we move into gaming stuff?
Okay. I like Christmas. Christmas is good. Let's have Christmas. Those are my thoughts. Thank you. Thank you for coming
Okay,
to my
good.
TED Talk.
Wonderful. I mean, I agree with those three things.
You are actually wearing a Christmas shirt right now.
I am.
For
It's
for
doc-
any Yeah, please describe your shirt for the listeners who are not viewing this
So
podcast.
it's a Dr. Seuss style shirt, like from the end of The Grinch, where all the Who's are holding hands and singing Fahu Forhes, right? but they're all of the doctors up until Matt Smith. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, War Doctor, 9, 10, 11, and K9.
I was
And
going to say,
then
you can't
the
leave out
TARDIS.
K9.
I wasn't
Yeah.
leaving out K9
I
because he's
just-
Max.
Yeah, that's true. He has the antler. It's true. He has the antler and everything. For a second, the shirt actually also tricked me into thinking that there was another character, but it turns out it's just the Fourth Doctor's scarf.
Yep.
I thought there was maybe like a Cindy Lou, like, I don't know, maybe like a Sarah Jane or something standing there. No.
Which is its own character. The scarf is its own character.
The scarf does have its own following. My parents, when I was a kid growing up, we had a closet because, spoiler alert, my parents are hoarders. We had a closet that no longer exists. It's now a bathroom, weirdly. But it used to be full of like coats and shoes and things. And I would play in that closet as a little kid, and I found this scarf that was like really big and long, and I didn't understand. I was like, this seems like a weird thing. Discovered later that it was the Fourth Doctor's scarf that my mom had knit for my dad back in the 70s. Yeah, 70s. So that's like a weird artifact that returned. I assume many people knit those scarves for their partners at some point.
There's a lot of fandoms, like people I know who have those. I mean, I have a Fourth Doctor scarf.
There is a gif of you on Discord bundling yourself up in that scarf. Actually, that's true. So if you ever need like a gif to express something or to share, because we're millennials and we do that, we communicate via gifs. I don't understand why Gen Z and Alpha think it's cringe. To be cringe is to be free. So use as many gifs as you want. But if you type in Bundy into the GIF finder, there's a number of good Bundy.
There are a few of them.
There's a number of good quality Bundy GIFs.
Andy Bundy, typically, because if you just type in Bundy, you might get Ted Bundy or Al Bundy
you'll get
or
weird things.
Laura Bell Bundy.
If you type in Andy Bundy, you get some good reaction GIFs, and one of them involves the Fourth Doctor's scarf.
That's true.
It's true.
Well, we are,
okay, well, good night, Christmas. We'll see you in the next episode.
I was about to say, we'll talk more about Christmas in the next episode, whenever that is.
Actually, I lied. We'll talk more about Christmas at the very end. Do we want...
Also true.
Yeah, we'll talk about Christmas at the end. It's in our notes. Yes. But you're right. We should move on.
But next, we are talking about... What are we talking about next? What did I play over
Yeah, we're talking about
November?
You, our favorite topic.
So, November... What did I play? I played some I finally finished Castlevania 64. At least I got the bad ending.
You got an ending.
I got
Dracula,
an ending.
air quotes, died.
Yes.
Definitely not that small child you escaped with.
Right.
Definitely not.
And then I was just so done with it. I pulled out the Game Shark and we had some shenanigans with it. That was fun.
Seeing you programming in codes live on stream was definitely an experience. You should do, I know I say this all the time, but you should do an ASMR stream. Like, I think Raven in particular would really enjoy an ASMR, just like clicky clacky controller stream. Would be a really good one. Or like a short of just you like doing the clicky clacks. I'm going to request this on Raven's behalf. I know that she is just too shy to suggest this, and because of that, next time you're on Andy's stream, please, if you have the channel points saved up, she has used all of her own requesting ASMRs. It would mean a lot to her if you could just do this for her, because she enjoys it. Well, the silence should tell you how much she enjoys it.
Well, yeah, so we finished that. It was fun. It was fun looking through. I broke the game a few times, which was also fun.
A little bit.
But then I also played Mario Party Jamboree. It was Lady Chuckleton's birthday this month, I guess. And it was a Mario Party with me, her, Carrick the Orc, and Watermelon Orc. And that was fun.
All the orcs together.
Mm-hmm.
She had a whole band. A war band? Can we say that? Is that racist?
I don't know what the term is for a group of orcs.
I think that...
If you know what it is, like, comment, subscribe.
Smash that bell.
Tell me in Discord. I don't know. That was fun. I enjoyed that just because I like Mario Party. I kind of a guilty pleasure.
You feel guilty about playing Mario Party? Is it because you're bullying the
Maybe.
NPCs? Is it the bullying? It's probably the
Maybe.
bullying.
It's probably the bullying. Um, so I also started Metroid Prime Remastered.
Listeners, I can't adequately describe how happy I am that he started this game. I've been telling him that he would really like it and that he should play it for like 8 months.
And he was correct. I am enjoying it so far. I mean, I'm not even close to being done, I don't think.
No. You did discover the main quest, though.
I did.
You did discover that you need those artifacts.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have none of them. But you found out that they're a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the other thing, I'm looking at my Sully Gnome calendar because I didn't put it in the document, but there was a Sunday that I also did some Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection and Mario Kart World. So
that's true. You did do some Mario Kart World and some Mortal Kombat. You know, it cracks me up that you really enjoy Mortal Kombat as much as you do, because, like, you're the Banjo-Kazooie guy. You're the Nintendo and retro guy. Like, wholesome and family-friendly and, like, bring everybody together. Also, sometimes you'll just rip someone's spine out.
Well, a fun fact about me, a little piece of trivia, is the very first Nintendo 64 game I got two. It was Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Mario 64. That was like
what a parent.
The very first. Granted, it was like my dad's too, so he played the Mortal Kombat more. But I've grown up with that and like the movies, and I played up until like Armageddon, and then I got away from it.
You have really been looking forward to the Mortal Kombat. What did they call it?
The Legacy Collection.
Trilogy? Legacy Collection, yeah. And it has many different versions. You had been looking forward to that for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That would be... That was one that it was definitely on your list and would be good for a community night.
Oh, yes. That and possibly going through Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero at some point.
Yeah, you should do that. That was the other game, listeners, that I was trying to convince Andy that he should play the other night when he wasn't sure, because... a thing you should understand if you're new to the Bundy Bears is that more than maybe anything, Andy appreciates cursed content, cursed video games.
That's why we're watching the holiday special in December.
That's why we're watching the holiday special. See, I told them it would come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sub-Zero, Anthology Sub-Zero, definitely cursed.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely cursed. I mean, you played Castlevania 64 because you like cursed games, and somebody was like, he should deal with this.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody decided that. I don't know who would do that.
Yeah, I don't either. There's no name on it or anything.
No.
That's enough about me. Mike, what did you play in November?
Wow, I can't believe you just used my actual name. Jeez, I just got doxxed right here. It
was in the notes. I just copied it.
The funny thing is, I wrote the notes, so it's really my bad. It's okay. You're a chat. You're allowed to know my human names. What did I play? I played a little bit of Dark Souls 3. That's one of my games. I actually finished a game on stream, and I was still playing Resident Evil 2 and doing things, and we were done, and I was like, well, I could play something else, but what do you guys want to see? What's going on? And chat was like, we don't care. Just show, like, we just want to hang out. We just want to spend time with you, Bookslap. And while I was trying to contain my heart growing 3 times its size in that moment, I was like, well, I'm playing Dark Souls 3 if you want to see me get my ass beat. So, not that I haven't played that game before. But, yeah, so I played that for a bit. I want to get really good at it so that I can start to do randomizers and I can start to do like archipelagos, and then that way I can subject Andy to BKing while I get walled by a boss and he has to wait for me to find things. It'll be a future Teamwork Tuesday, I promise. Where he'll be sitting there on like Legend of Zelda or Banjo or something and waiting for a power up, and I'll be like, it's fine. I can beat this. Just don't look at me. I can level 1 beat the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. I can't. I cannot do that.
Not right now, but maybe later.
Yeah, maybe after I level up a bit. Yeah. People who played DS3 are like, yeah, you probably can't. You probably can't.
I haven't played the game, so I'm just nodding.
There's an early boss. You can like go left or right, and the game intends for you to like talk to a person, get an item, and go to the right. But you can just kill her, and if you kill her, a late game boss hops out as your punishment, and that is the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. And if you defeat that boss, you can go to an end game zone like right away. And it's entirely possible, and in fact likely, in an archipelago or randomizer that you have to do that, because if you don't get the item from that lady from like talking to her, well, that's the only place you can go. So look forward to that in the future. But the main game that I was playing in November was Silent Hill F, which I had a lot of fun with. Silent Hilf. Exact. That is how it's pronounced. Silent Hilf. I was bullying Pixelmog this morning into voting for Silent Hilf on the Game Awards because he was doing that on his stream, and he did vote. He did vote at least once for it. I was like, yes. So I did. I did enjoy that game. Had a lot of fun. We did 2 playthroughs. We did a normal game. We did a new game plus. I actually liked it way more than I thought I would, because spoiler alert, I am a Silent Hill hater. I think they are wonderful, amazing stories wrapped around terrible games. And most of this is the first one that I've ever actually stuck with all the way through to beat it. And I'm glad I did. And I want to go back. I want to do all the trophies. That might be something I do in the new year. Yeah, had a lot of fun. People have said to me multiple times, like, oh, I was interested in that game and watching you play it, and it looks really hard. Like, well, I was playing on hard mode, but yeah, I did die. Yeah, I did die a lot. So, but that was fun. Really enjoyed that. And now I have started a brand new game. We put Silent Hilf aside, playing Psychonauts 2, which I will be doing all the trophies for. Having a lot of fun with that.
I'm super excited about this one.
Yeah, somebody was like, oh, Bookslap, you really should play this game. You really should. I really want you to. And I was like, well, for you, anything. I don't remember who it was.
It was Raven.
It was probably Raven. Yeah, that's true. So we should reward her with more ASMR redeems in my stream, which I'm always happy to do for her. She just has to get the points saved up. So chat, listeners, viewers, whoever you are, just like make sure that we can band together. It's the spirit of the season. It's the time of giving. It's giving ASMR. Make sure that we do that. Have I run this bit into the ground enough?
A little bit.
Only a little bit? Okay, I can do more. So make sure that you give her that treasure for this season. She will be very grateful, and your kneecaps will be safe.
Just don't look in your walls.
Just don't look in your walls. That's not her chewing on your insulation, no.
But yeah, you started Psychonauts 2 this past Thursday. You're 3 hours in.
I did. I'm 3 hours. I'm 3 hours in. I have completed the tutorial and a whole level. Go me! I'm really enjoying it though. It's a lot of fun. It's just like the first game, but smoother. So I'm looking forward to that. I already had to get bullied by a lot of other children, and then I had to save them, and now they're pretending that we're best friends instead of me bullying them right back as I want to. But for some reason, I'm not allowed. Once again, Bookslap is not allowed to bully children, is discouraged from bullying the youths. I personally don't get why.
What's crazy about Psychonauts specifically is like the first one came out in 2005.
Okay.
The sequel came out in 2023. So it's been 20 years. You say it feels like the same game.
It does feel like smoother. Just like smoother, and the art style translates so well to modern consoles. I'm playing it on PS4. Technically, it's a PS4 copy saved. I had to like look because I wasn't sure. On my PS5, and it feels great. Yeah, way smoother than playing. Did I play it? I think it was also on my PS5, but it was like a digital version of the original.
Yeah, I have like 3 or 4 versions of Psychonauts 1. I have it like on the original Xbox and on Steam and GOG, and I think something else.
Okay. You know, when Andy is like a fan of something, he really collects a lot of pieces of it. Didn't you just buy? You were at a game store and you bought a few games. Didn't you get another copy of Banjo? Am I lying?
Did.
You did, yeah.
So they had like, it was a buy four, get one free type of thing. And I was like, okay, fine. I am already there.
What?
What do I want as a free
to.
game?
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of like Japanese versions of games. And so I picked up a Japanese copy of Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie no Daiboken.
I mean, I get it. I have a Japanese copy of Resident Evil 3 for the PS1. I do not have an English copy of that game. And I also don't have a PS1. And I also don't have a console that's modded to be able to play it. But that did not stop me getting a copy of Biohazard 3 Last Escape. So, Desperate Escape. I think it's Last Escape.
I have no idea.
It's across the
Resident Evil is another franchise I've never played any games, but we're hoping to change that here soon.
But look forward to Andy and I one day playing Resident Evil 5 as soon as it goes on sale on Steam. Cough.
But also, what we didn't talk about, we also did some Teamwork Tuesday streams together.
Yeah, what did we do how was the team this month? Can you give us a recap, please?
Okay, well, to start, we finally escaped the back rooms together.
We did. We did.
We did.
And we did we looked at the new level.
We did.
Like the night that we finished it, they updated the game with a new level.
Yeah, so we literally were like, okay, well, now we finished. Oh, wait, there's a new level. Let's go
there's more.
Let's go find it. We didn't finish the level, but we got to see it.
No, it was really hard, and we died a lot. It was actually a big puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
It was different. So maybe one day we'll go back and if they add more levels, maybe one day we'll go back and do that.
Maybe, especially
I think it's on their like roadmap. Yeah, to add more.
But we also played Scarlet and Violet,
otherwise known as Pokemon. Yes,
Pokemon.
We did.
Yes.
We did.
We did some raids and whatnot. And then we also started and have been playing through Overcooked 2.
Which, to everyone's surprise, is a game that is challenging and frustrating, and Andy and I have been politely talking and requesting each other and making plans, and it's like, oh, look at that. Bookslap and Andy getting along and and team working their way through a thing.
It's so funny seeing some of the like chat messages during stream, and it's just like, wow, you guys are handling this very well, and thank you.
Yeah, even when we're like losing, because I mean, it's not like we're just clearing every level like first try, but people are like, yeah, I don't want to play this game with my friends because it makes me mad. Well, one person, I forget who it was, someone was saying like, yeah, two of my friends started to talk about divorce after playing this game, and I was like, jeez. I was like, oh, yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine. Hey, it's fine. I'll make the rice and do the dishes, and you can chop the meat and cook it, and that's all we have to do.
Yep, teamwork.
I would, for the listeners at home, I would not recommend trying to cook a meal on a raft.
Yes, it's a bad idea.
If from personal experience, yeah, we would not recommend trying to cook while rafting down like a whitewater experience. Hot air balloons are fine, as long as they're not on fire.
That's true.
Yeah, as long as they're not on fire.
But yeah, that's Teamwork Tuesday, and if you're interested, we do have Teamwork Tuesday raglan tees at the Andy Bundy merch store, store.andybundy.net.
Yeah, what am I trying to say? If they're subscribers to your channel, isn't there a discount on merchandise?
There is. I don't know what the exact number is. I can look it up real quick.
It's like 5%. I want to say it's 5%.
Actually, for Twitch subscribers, it is a 20% off the entire order.
Wow, that is actually huge. So what I'm getting from this is that there's no excuse for people to not join the team for Teamwork Tuesday.
Exactly.
That's what I'm getting out of this. Don't you even have some new merchandise?
I
Listen to this commercial.
Well, It just because we just made the new Raglan tea. I say new; it was like a month or so ago.
Well, we only do the podcast once a month. I mean,
that's true.
Got to catch up.
I also created you can make Bundy or a gift card, so you can buy gift cards for the merch store now.
Perfect stocking stuffers, holiday season. Yep. Okay, go on. I'm following.
And I also created a hoodie that just has my sleeping emote, so you get my face falling asleep on your shirt, and it says hibernation weather because it's getting colder outside.
One of the alternatives that Andy was considering, and he asked me about this, and I was like, I genuinely don't know. These are both good. He was asking me about two. One was hibernation weather. The other one was just sleepy boy with a picture of him dozing off. And I was like, that's also really good. I feel that, like, I could see somebody just walking around with a shirt that says sleepy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like... And that was how we said it. I was like, well, think about a person who, like, has no idea who you are seeing this and, like, walking down the street. They both work, but I think hibernation season is better. I just want to make the sleepy boy one myself and have it be unique merchandise. That's really my plan.
We also have the To Be Cringe is to Be Free shirt and hoodies as well. That's another.
I actually did not know this. I did know that being cringe is being free, but I didn't know that
there are t-shirts and hoodies on the merch store as well.
Pullovers? They're pullovers?
Yes.
Okay.
That's because you pull over, not zip up. Got it.
Did you really not know what I was talking about at first?
I had to think about it.
Okay.
I call them sweatshirts.
Andy, this is one of those times. So what I have to ask, though, and this can, chat, please comment, and subscribe your answers to this while you're smashing that bell. Pullover hoodies or zip-up hoodies?
Zip up.
Once again, we're in alignment on this.
What's funny?
I have a zip-up hoodie like right here that you can see.
I like the zip-up hoodie because you can have it open, and then when it gets cold, you can zip it back up. With a pullover hoodie, first of all, you're like stuck in it, and it's really like funny because the two hoodies that I just made were the pullover hoodies, which is kind of funny now I'm thinking about it. There is a zip-up hoodie that has the hype emote on it. I know Dipole just recently bought one, actually. It's not to him yet. Maybe it will by the time this podcast comes out. Maybe not.
It definitely won't be. You'll have this like tomorrow.
That's true.
You'll have this like tonight or something. But
yeah, now that we've talked about merch and we've gotten the plug out of the way, I don't have advertisers, so I have to push myself.
I know. And you remember how at the start of this we were saying that you're currently on the market for a job?
That is true.
You can't be mad at us for the merch plug because it's important. See, don't you feel bad, listeners? You're sitting there like, listen to them going on and on trying to hawk their goods, and you forgot that some of us, that it's a thing. Yeah. So, it's an apology. Please subscribe for 20% off the Andy Bundy merch store.
On Twitch. Subscribing on YouTube, you don't get that deal.
Yeah, I mean, they should still probably do that just to be safe.
True.
I'm not sure. I don't know things, but they should probably do it.
But speaking of community, what kind of stuff has happened in Discord this last month, Bookslap?
Oh man, people shared a lot of their own Thanksgiving stories and pictures. We saw lots of plates of food, which was great. We enjoy that. We enjoy that anytime. Please take pictures of your dinners and your desserts and your breakfasts and your beverages and post them for us to see so that we can all communally enjoy that moment with you. Let's go back to like 2007 when people were taking pictures of all of their food and posting it online. Let's bring that back.
I'd love that.
Let's bring that back. We did some extra movies. We had midweek movie madness for Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. See, I even got the name right. The funny thing about those old Charlie Brown cartoons is how much of a jerk Snoopy is to Charlie Brown, and how later they had to be like, right, they're supposed to be friends. They like remember in later cartoons, but in the Christmas one, he's bullied by his own dog.
Yep. Well, actually, I can tell you, we watched on the 1st of November, we watched Snowpiercer, and the 8th, we watched Clue. Then Bedazzled on the 15th, Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day on the 22nd, The Wiz on the 26th, and Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
We did. So we had quite a few movies. We'll have another one tonight. It's just, this is Saturday afternoon and the movies happen Saturday night.
And we're watching Mean Girls, the musical, the 2024 version.
It's going to come as a surprise to some people that Mean Girls almost lost out. It did almost lose. But
I was surprised in the spread.
I was, I want to see Mean Girls. I was genuinely hoping for the runner-up. Maybe another time. But
maybe another time.
Maybe another time. But you know what? This gives me a great idea. What if in the month of December, because we need to honor the reason for the season, we need to remember what Christmas is all about, the annual defrosting of Mariah Carey, and we need to celebrate that event by having some more midweek movie madnesses.
For sure.
Because there are so many great holiday movies that, yeah, we'll do holiday movies on Saturdays too, but we're never going to get through all the ones that we want to see.
Especially if we pull Hallmark movies into it.
I know there's so many good Hallmark movies. Sometimes you just want to see a movie about a big city executive and her big city executive boyfriend, and then she gets called out into the small town on some assignment that for some reason has to go for the entire month, and she meets a single father of a young sassy girl, and he teaches her about the true meaning of Christmas and friendship while they prepare for their town's annual holiday carnival that happens the night before, and then finally when they are reunited at the end after some sort of misunderstanding and she's going to go back to her, big jerk boyfriend in the city, she comes back and as it starts to snow, they have a single, very chaste kiss. Sometimes that's all you want. I have never seen one of these Hallmark movies, certainly. I do not have a problem, and I have not seen many dozens of them. But so the really funny thing is there's a running joke in the Discord where it's if you ask Bookslap if he's seen a thing, the answer is probably no. That is not true when it comes to Hallmark movies.
We do have a separate movie night list for holiday and Christmas movies, so maybe I'll just make that the spinning wheel for Saturdays instead of our normal movies and then resume that in January.
I think that is a pretty good call. And, man, it's such a special time of year. Wouldn't it be really cool if, maybe at the end of the year to celebrate, a whole year together, we do some sort of, special stream where we can, think about all the things that we've done and reflect and maybe play games and do things together and talk about all the things that have happened in the last... Wouldn't that be really nice?
I think it'd be a fun time.
I think it would be nice. I think maybe that's something that we should work on and plan for sometime around New Year's.
Yeah, I don't have a date set, but
yeah, I wonder what that could be.
We'll find out.
I don't know.
Keep an eye on Discord.
I guess people will just have to pay attention to Discord and and episode 4 for more details.
We will talk about it by then. Also,
this idea that we just came up with, I definitely have not been planning it for 4 months. Not at all.
Yep. So are you playing anything special or fun for December, Bookslap? Or is mostly Psychonauts?
I am playing Psychonauts. See, I only have a couple of weeks. I only have 2 weeks left in the work year. So when I get to the end, I'm going to stream a lot more. And I promised chat that I would play a whole bunch of Souls-like games, like Hollow Knight and Another Crab's Treasure, finally play Elden Ring. So those are going to be my plans for the Christmas break. Do lots of extra streams. Last year I did a backlog clearing out marathon, and I was streaming every day. I'm not going to be able to do that this year, but I will stream most days, including on Christmas. So if you don't have anywhere to be, you can hang out with me, your second favorite streamer. And of course, I was thinking, man, if I can get a copy of Parasite Eve, I would love to play that on Christmas, because that's a Christmas game, because it follows the rule, and Christmas is an essential element of the plot, even though it's a horror game. It is an essential element.
There you go. What is that on? PlayStation?
It was a PlayStation 1 game, and I technically have it on my big old 20-year-old launch PS3, but you can't download it on PSN anymore. It's one of those games that has all these problems with the legal rights, because like it was a book, and Parasite Eve is technically a sequel to the book, and it's a whole complicated thing. There's only 2 games. They never made a third game. They never did. There were only 2. They never made a third one. They
This sounds
never did.
controversial or something.
It's not. Everyone is basically in agreement that they never made a third game.
Got it. Okay, I think I follow now.
We don't talk about the third birthday.
Yeah, I've not heard of until you mentioned it like a week ago. I never heard of it. So, or if I did, it wasn't.
Another thing that I will have to show you.
There you go. And as for me, for stream games, I am going to continue, I think, in Metroid, but I also want to do some holiday-themed games, Christmas-themed games.
You've been thinking about a few for quite a while.
But I'm just going to keep that in my back pocket, and we'll see how Metroid goes.
It'll definitely be... We will definitely be having a wonderful Christmas time.
And I was...
Skate right by that. Skate,
And I'm pretty sure a little birdie told me that we're going to be playing some Teamwork Tuesday games where it'll take 2 of us to play.
Yeah, I wonder if you have to, like, play 2. I wonder if it, like, takes 2 people to finish. I think it does. Might.
But we'll find out.
We'll find out. You'll have to just... The listeners will just have to check
Teamwork
in
Tuesdays.
On Teamwork Tuesdays around, like, 9 o'clock Eastern time to, to see. Figure it out. It's the only way to know.
Indeed. Well, is there anything else that we want to talk about before we call this a podcast? Because we just hit the hour mark.
No, we're so well timed. You remember how in episode 2 we went like way over? We're so much better. We're so much better. Speaking of which, if you have any more feedback, remember these are always changing. We're evolving and adapting things. So we want to keep doing the podcast. We will keep doing the podcast. But any feedback or notes or anything, suggestions, things you want to hear us talk more about, things you want to see us tackle in the future, tackle like this is some hard-hitting thing instead of just 2 best friends hanging out.
Like, you can let us know in Discord at the podcast discussion channel, or you can leave a comment on either the YouTube video or in Spotify. I think actually allows comments too.
I don't know. I try not to look directly at Spotify or I'll turn to stone.
Understood.
But yes, wherever you get your podcasts, let us know and we'll check it out. And we're always, people gave us great feedback on the last episode, and we hope you've seen how some of that has been implemented into this one. You like our new look? Episode 3, we've already got a new look. Like,
we're trying to figure out before we hit our groove.
I think we're grooving. Stella, we've got our groove back.
Exactly. But I think we should probably call it a day.
We should probably sign off. That's true.
Yeah, that way we can get ready for movie night.
Yeah, don't be sad. I know. All amazing, wonderful, beautiful, incredible, great things must come to an end.
But this has been Life in the Bear Cave. And my name is Andy Bundy, and this is Bookslap.
Bookslap? Is that... I wasn't sure if you were going to let me talk.
I was, and then you did, and then so I was like, oh, okay. We rehearsed this clearly.
A work in progress. Yeah, we're not winging it at all.
Be sure you're following me on all of my socials, twitch.tv/Andy Bundy, or you can just find them all at andybundy.net. You can listen to this anywhere that you find your podcast. Thank you for watching. Bookslap, where can we find you?
You can find me mainly in 2 places, twitch.tv/Bookslap, or on Blue Sky, also under the name Bookslap. There's more dog pictures on Blue Sky, but there's definitely more in-the-moment dog action and sometimes, speech from Tilly on the stream. So you kind of get both.
Yeah, Lloyd's not much of a talker on stream.
He's really not. No, he's really not.
One day we'll get him to talk.
He'll be a co-host on a Life in the Bear Cave episode.
Perfect.
On Lit BC.
Lit BC.
Have I not said that out loud? I've definitely typed it at some point.
I've seen it typed. I don't think I heard it spoken.
Well, that's another first for episode 3.
But thank you for listening or for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.